Happy birthday, Kelsey. This is a letter I wrote on May 9th, 1995. I want to read it to you. Dear Kelsey, welcome to our world. Earlier today, I saw you for the first time just a few moments after your birth. I'm not sure I can explain the feelings I had. I was excited and proud and scared and thankful and amazed all at once. There were several of us in the waiting room on pins and needles, eager to hear your first cry. The nurses rolled you out of the delivery room and into the hospital hall in a glass carrier on wheels. We all ran to greet you, to get a first glimpse of you. There you were, so small and precious, very pink and puffy and wiggly. Your daddy was with you, looking like a proud giant standing next to you. We snapped pictures, laughed and cried, grabbed our gear and rode up the elevator to see more of you through the glass window of the nursery. I stood with the others, watching you get your first bath. My heart sank as the nurse pricked the bottom of your heel for a blood test. 3 times. You cried. What a terrible thing to happen to you your first hour out of your mother's womb. A few moments later, you sneezed. Sneezed. How amazing. A tiny little creature like you sneezing. It made me laugh. The nurse gave you about an ounce of water, put you back in your bed, and you fell asleep. I sure felt proud when they rolled your mom up to the window after she had left the recovery room. She was still groggy from the medication, but she was very excited to see you. Even before they pointed you out, she knew which one you were. She had done a wonderful job. She and your dad had hoped for a long time for you and were beginning to wonder if you would ever really happen. How happy they were to find out you were on the way. How happy we all were. Then that long, long wait for you, month after month after month. Your mom and dad shopped for baby furniture and clothes, read every book they could get their hands on about childbirth and early childhood development, and took Chunky the dog to obedience school so he'd be better behaved around you. I'll never forget the 2 days I spent with your mom and dad decorating your room with all those hundreds and hundreds of Garfields that Owo had sent your mom since her first days at Hanover College. Owo had sent a carpenter to put up the shelving in your nursery. Your daddy had painted it, and your mom and I worked for hours placing each one of those Garfields in just the right place. We hung Garfield posters and Garfield pictures and the beautiful Garfield quilt that Aunt Denise had made you. We ran to the store, bought even more shelving, and your dad hung it. Then we put up more stuffed Garfields and Garfield mugs and Garfield music boxes and clocks and phones and a Garfield fish aquarium. There were big Garfields in your rocking chair and little Garfields on your dressing table and in your crib. There was even a Garfield pedal car in the corner that Owo had specially designed for your mom's 24th birthday. We put Garfield sheets on your bed and hung Garfield curtains. We were exhausted. And there were still Garfields left with no place to fit. Your mom crammed them into boxes and shoved them into a closet. We'll worry about those later, she moaned. We laughed until we both cried when we finally looked around that room. I said, Dee, this child will be scared to death every morning when she wakes up and sees all those little eyes staring back at her. Then we picked up all the trash, which was littered about, dusted, and ran the sweeper. Your mom went downstairs and fixed us some sandwiches and drinks. Then we sat in the middle of your room, right on the floor of your nursery, and in true Garfield style, we had a picnic, and we imagined the day you would be here with us. And today was finally the day of your birth. It will only be a couple more days now until you'll be home and surrounded by a family that loves you very much. I know there will be many, many more joys in our family because of you. There will also be many challenges. If you are a normal child, there will be tough times when you get angry at your folks and wish that you'd been born to other parents who had brains. I felt that way about my folks, and your parents felt that way about theirs. It's perfectly natural. But if at those moments, Kelsey, you could somehow miraculously look back to the days before your birth, those days of preparation, and especially the day of your arrival, though you may feel frustrated and angry at them many times, you would never, never doubt the love that they have for you. Welcome and much love, Ipsy. Happy birthday, sweetheart.